Good morning and welcome to the Mayor's Weekly News Conference. For this week's agenda, we'll introduce our mayor for a day, announce the itinerary for our healthcare delegation from Zibo, present Erie's next public art mural, find out more about how to have coffee with a cop, reveal Erie's Public Schools' newest renovations, showcase the Hill District Flea, provide an update on LERTA, and publicize the mayor's upcoming brown bag lunch. Now I'll turn it over to the mayor.
Thank you, Renee, and good morning, everyone. Continuing our celebration of Erie's rich cultural diversity and Hispanic Heritage Month, we welcome Giannalise Serrano from Erie Public Schools as the mayor for the day. Giannalise, you want to come up and join me? Thank you. Congratulations. Giannalise is an outstanding 8th grade student at Wilson Middle School. She received multiple nominations from her Wilson teachers because of her upstanding character. Giannalise is a very active student. Besides doing art and crafts and calligraphy, she plays basketball, tennis, soccer, and volleyball. Where do you find all the time and energy to do that? She's also active in the chorus and the gardening club at Wilson. After arriving at City Hall, Giannalise received her city lanyard, name badge, and toured parts of City Hall. Giannalise is receiving a copy of our vision and mission statements. She's already received my 2 pens, a city lapel pin, and the following proclamation is to commemorate today's experience. So let me read this. So we're recognizing Giannalise Serrano as mayor for the day of the city of Erie. Whereas Giannalise Serrano, an 8th grade student attending Wilson Middle School, was chosen for mayor of the city of Erie for the day on Thursday, September 26, 2019. Whereas Giannalise Serrano, after receiving multiple teacher nominations for her upstanding character, is participating in the Mayor for the Day program in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, which goes from September 15th to October 15th. Whereas Giannalise Serrano will attend the Mayor's Weekly News Conference, join the Mayor at the 2019 Athena Awards Luncheon and on a couple other visits we're doing, tour City Hall, the police department, and a firehouse, and ride in a police cruiser and a fire truck, and finally learn about Erie's future. Giannalise Serrano enjoys student activities such as chorus and gardening club. She also likes to draw calligraphy, play basketball, tennis, soccer, and volleyball. Now therefore, on this 26th day of September 2019, I, Joseph V. Schember, Mayor of the City of Erie, hereby recognize Giannalise Serrano as Mayor for a day of the City of Erie. I commend her for her success so far and encourage her to make a positive difference wherever she goes. Giannalise, congratulations. That's for you. And so we welcome Mayor Serrano. Congratulations on earning this recognition, and I invite you to say a few words as well.
Thank you, Mayor Schember, and everyone at Wilson for honoring me as Mayor of the Day. I look forward to a full day of events and meeting great people who help make Erie a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Giannalise. And I can tell you that I remember very vividly the first time I ever spoke in public, which was to read at a Mass. I was doing the first, and the priest asked me, like right before Mass started, why don't you do the first reading? I was an altar boy. And I said, okay, I'd do it. What I remember was I couldn't breathe when I was reading. I took one breath when I started, and I just blurted it all out. You did much better than I did. Thanks very much. Thanks. I'd also like to recognize Giannalise's mom, Jessica, who's here with us today. Thank you, Jessica. You can go ahead and take your seat. Thank you. Thank you. So Erie is committed to long-term relationships with our sister city, Zibo, China. We are working hard to strengthen our ties with Zibo. Next week, we'll be hosting 2 healthcare professionals from Zibo in Erie from September 29th to October the 2nd. Their primary interest is in creating a healthcare exchange. We're excited about this opportunity. The 2 Zibo officials who will be joining us are Dr. Tao Li. He's a professor and doctoral supervisor at Shandong University. We toured that, and there's about 30,000 students that go to that school. He's also a doctor of spine surgery at the Center for Transitional Medicine and Department of International Cooperation and Scientific Research. He's also deputy president of Zibo Central Hospital. Mr. Yang Yang is the contact person for Zibo's Health Commission and Zibo Central Hospital. He's also Deputy Director of the International Medical Department. So Dr. Lee and Mr. Yang hope to find opportunities for cooperation and learning about our region's hospitals, medical schools, and university science programs. We have assembled a very impressive itinerary that's a wonderful example of the collaborative approach happening right now in Erie. And I say we, but really Renee Lamus and Chris Groner did most of the work putting this together. I thank them and their staffs. Our region's 4 university presidents, the directors of UPMC Hammett, AHN St. Vincent's, and LECOM will all be showcasing our world-class facilities and medical training programs. The media will receive a complete itinerary. Dr. Lee and Mr. Yang will arrive in Erie very late Sunday evening. It's actually Saturday evening. It's about midnight they're getting in. Sunday, we're going to enjoy a relaxing tour of Erie, ending with dinner at the Cork. On Monday, September 30th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., our guests will tour LECOM, AHN St. Vincent's, and UPMC Hammett. On Tuesday, August 1st, we'll host another 12-hour day with our focus on the 4 universities. We will begin with Penn State Barron, then we'll head to Edinburgh, Mercyhurst, and Gannon. And I see Dr. Chris Clark here. Thanks for being here from AHN St. Vincent's. The day will wrap up with a closing dinner that includes the hospitals and university presidents and their designees and other elected officials. The delegation will depart very early Wednesday morning, and we believe this is just the start of a potential cooperative agreement, and we look forward to their visit. Next, I'm thrilled to announce that Patrick Fisher of Erie Arts and Culture is here to discuss another world-class mural project that's slated to begin this coming Monday. To tell us more about the very exciting project, I welcome Patrick to the podium.
First, I want to thank Mayor Serrano and Mayor Schember for having us here today as part of the press conference. Erie Arts and Culture, as part of our New Horizons initiative, will welcome Avaka One to Erie on Saturday, September 28th. Avaka One is the next international artist that Erie Arts and Culture has invited to create a large-scale mural to enhance the visual landscape in Erie's urban core. Originally from the Dominican Republic, but now living in South Florida, Avaka One is a self-taught artist. His work is figurative and flawlessly merges art and humanity into a single creation. As an artist, he observes human behavior and social struggles and then translates them into emotionally provocative murals and sculptures. Avaka's One work can be found in France, Australia, Austria, the United Arab Emirates, Peru, and other countries around the globe. In Erie, his work will be presented on the exterior facade of Methodist Towers, located at the intersection of West 8th Street and Sassafras Street. The project supports our West Bayfront's effort to revitalize the West 8th Street corridor. This project is a result of a generous gift from Brian and Linda Graff, who are here today and will be up here in a few moments, who moved to Erie 3 years ago post-retirement. Additional in-kind support is being provided by R.A. Gregg Equipment Company. Erie Arts and Culture is again working with Ukraine-born curator Irina Kanasheva to execute this project. The agency has also worked closely with Methodist Towers staff and board of directors. The project will begin on Monday, September 30th, and is estimated to be complete by Monday, October 7th. New Horizons is funded in part by the Erie Community Foundation, and we'd like to thank them for all their support this year and next year with that initiative. And I'd like to now invite Linda and Brian Graff up to have a few words.
Thank you, Patrick.
Did you want to say anything?
No,
Okay.
Brian's gonna take it away.
I'm going to follow Pat's lead, Mayor Serrano, Mayor Schember. My wife Linda and I would like to thank the mayor and the city council for their support for the arts, especially public art. According to the nonprofit organization Americans for Art, quote, by engaging in public art as a tool for growth and sustainability, communities can thrive economically. 70% of Americans believe that the arts improve the image and identity of their community, unquote. Linda and I believe this also. We'd also like to thank organizations such as Erie Arts and Culture and their director, Patrick Fisher, for their fine work in the city. If public art projects like ours, and by ours I mean all of ours, are to succeed, there needs to be mechanisms in place to execute such projects, and Erie Arts and Culture provides that mechanism. We'd also like to thank the Erie media for the coverage of the arts and especially public art. The August 2nd article by Kevin Flowers in the Erie Times News about the Utility Box Public Art Project is what introduced us to the idea of public art and how it could be used for the beautification of Erie. And of course, we'd like to thank the owners of the Methodist Towers for allowing it to be used as a canvas for the new mural. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge that the idea for us to sponsor this mural was wholly my wife Linda's. I'm not the creative one in the family, but I know a good idea when I hear one. She's the one who actually read the Erie Times News article and arranged a meeting with Patrick to see if we could contribute to a public art project. It was not something, again, that I would have come up with, but based on our positive meeting with Patrick, we decided to sponsor this mural. We've only lived in Erie for 3 years, but we feel great pride and loyalty to this city. The future success of Erie is dependent on public-private partnerships, and we look forward to doing our share to help move Erie forward. Again, thank all of you for your support, and we can't wait to see this mural. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I wanted
okay.
to say one thing. It was
Thanks.
amazing how all of this sort of came together, because I read the article, I think it was on a Friday, Saturday, and I thought, wow, I wonder how we could make this happen. And we had worked with the Erie Community Foundation, so I thought we could go to there. But I noticed that Erie Arts and Culture was mentioned in the article. And the next day was the Blues and Jazz Festival down at Frontier. And we're walking our dog down there, and there was a booth for Erie Arts and Culture. And I'm like, well, maybe I can ask them. So I asked them, and they put us in touch with Patrick, and literally within like a week, everything was getting in line. So we're really excited about this. And again, I feel so connected to the city. Like, we lived in Northern Virginia for 32 years, and I never felt connected to that area. It's just a big metropolis. And this area is, you know, just a great city, and you can really make a difference. So thank you.
So, see something? Hey, here we go. Good job.
I have a little something for the graphs. I'm happy to present you with a key to the city of Erie.
wow.
It's got the city-
Wow,
Great.
now I really feel like we belong.
Thanks for what you've done.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yes.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you walking your dog in the neighborhood
Thank you.
going forward. Excellent. Thank you. I really look forward also to seeing the finished product. It's going to look incredible, you know, on that building. And I saw a lot of the work the artist has done, and a lot of it is like 3 canvases like that. Like this. Yeah, here's a good example of one. So it's exciting work. Also, I have to admit, Patrick, I understand this work better than some of the others that have been done so far in terms of it makes sense to me. But so next, our second annual Coffee with a Cop will take place at Ember and Forge, which is at 401 State Street, this coming Wednesday, October 2nd, from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you want to talk to a policeman, a City of Erie policeman, stop in any time during that time frame. The event brings together police officers and the community members that they serve. We'll be discussing issues, learn more about each other. You can talk about anything. To find out more, you can visit either the City of Erie's or the Police Department's Facebook pages. The city's is at City of Erie PA, all one word. The police is at Erie Police DEPT. I really enjoyed last year. I won't be down there the whole time, but I will be in and out. I look forward to attending again this year. It's wonderful to see members of our community getting to know our police officers as people. And thanks, John. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Next, I'm pleased to reveal that Erica Irwin, coordinator of Erie School District's Relations and Strategic Communications, was with us again today. Erica is going to briefly talk about the Erie School District's rededication of Veterans Memorial Stadium. Erica, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. First, I want to thank you, Mayor, and say how proud we are to have Gianna Lees here representing Wilson. She's everything great about our school district, so we're very pleased that you're here today. Thank you. I want to talk today a little bit about Erie Veterans Memorial Stadium. As you know, there have been some ongoing renovations there, and we are excited and ready to unveil them at a rededication ceremony of the stadium happening in conjunction with the homecoming football game on Saturday, October 12th. The rededication ceremony will begin at 6 p.m. And it will include performances by our marching band, by a presentation of the colors by our junior ROTC cadets, and also remarks by former Erie County Judge Michael E. Dunleavy, also a veteran. So we're hoping everybody shows up in great numbers for this event. It's a chance not only to show the community the new renovations, which I think you'll all enjoy, but to celebrate the stadium's importance as a central community meeting space, an event space, and also its importance to our veterans in the community. In conjunction with that event, we will also be launching a capital campaign to make improvements to Biletnikoff Field. For those who don't know, Biletnikoff Field is named in honor of one of our great alums, Tech Memorial graduate Fred Biletnikoff, who is a NFL Hall of Famer, wide receiver, and MVP of Super Bowl 11. So this is also an opportunity to, again, not only pay tribute to our veterans, but to pay tribute to the many great alums who make up our school district and others who have followed in his footsteps. So tickets will be available at the gate, but also for sale ahead of time at the two high schools, at Collegiate Academy and Erie High, and at the district administration building beginning tomorrow. Thanks. Thank you, ma'am.
What's the date of the rededication of, at the Veterans Memorial Stadium?
That would be important. Saturday, October 12th.
Thank you very
If I
much.
didn't say so. Yeah.
Saturday, October 12th. I think you did, I just missed
Okay.
it, so.
6 p.m.
Yes, thanks very much. It's really exciting news for Erie Public Schools students. I look forward to attending the rededication at Veterans Memorial Stadium. That's what I wanted to make sure I knew when it was. The Hill District Flea is back this Sunday, September 29th, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is a great way to spend an afternoon in beautiful Erie. To fill us in on the event, Emily Lynn George, owner of Point 4 Village Boutique and curator of the Hill District Flea, and Giselle Luttrell, owner of the Tipsy Bean, are here. Emily and Giselle.
Good morning. Thank you for having us here. We are so excited to be announcing our 5th flea for the season. We've had a wonderful response from the community. We have grown from just the last couple of years of having 100 or so people attend our fleas to well over 1,000 people at our last flea. So the community has really embraced this effort, and I believe it's really due to our driving mission to be inclusive, multicultural, and really expressing what small business ownership is in Erie. It's a platform that allows many small business owners that don't have the financial ability to start a brick and mortar to come out and see the response that the community will have to their product or service. So we're really excited that this year, or this month's theme, is going to be for the farmers markets. So we invite any farmer markets out there to come and attend for free and really just showcase what they have been producing all year, and to allow the food desert to be a little more replenished in Erie County. And we know there's a lot of great efforts along with the Sisters of St. Joseph. They will be there. They have been a wonderful contributor to the efforts that we have in the Hill District. And we have many musical acts and performances coming in, not just great local performances, but we have performers coming in from Cleveland as well as Pittsburgh. So the word is getting out around our region, not just our own community. It's very exciting. We have local food trucks that are going to be there. Most of the businesses will be open with specials and all kinds of their great wares to showcase. So if you have not seen or attended, there's a lot going on in the Hill District. And as small business owners with limited funds and limited time. We're doing everything we can within our power to revitalize the Hill District, and we've had a little bit of funding from the city, we've had some funding from ECRA, some help from the Preservation Erie, and all that little bit of effort is going to make a big impact in the long run. We have a great plan over the next 5 years to bring you not just really great events in the Hill, but even more and more expressive flea markets in the future. So embracing that multicultural inclusivity feel. We have some really cool performances from the Erie Bulldogs dance team. If you haven't seen them, they're a really unique, modern African dance team that is just beginning to express themselves in Erie. I think you're going to see more from them. We also have one of our greatest DJs in Erie, Sandra Shushu. She has been a rock solid proponent of our fleas, and she keeps our place rocking the entire time. We have some really cool minority groups that are represented within the flea that I don't think you're going to find anywhere else. We have lots of Hispanic. Since it is Hispanic Month, I'd like to bring that up and just say we have a lot of Hispanic artists, such as our Piñata shop. We have furniture decor. So there's just so many wonderful diverse groups of people that are going to be represented at this, and we're excited that Mayor Schemberg is going to be attending at this flea. He'll be there around 1 o'clock, and we will also be repainting our crosswalks. We're going to throw that out there as it might be a little bit of a traffic issue for people attending. Just know that it's not only something you'll be able to see, but we definitely want to work with the city and federal guidelines to make sure that we have not only artistic but very safe crosswalks. So we want you to come out, see that happening, as well as all of the other events. Anything else?
Yes, there is actually free yoga at 10 a.m. before the flea starts, and that's down at Bay City Ortho Care. That's Soma Art Studio, which is in the Hill District, always does this for us, and it's just phenomenal. So if you've never done yoga, it is a beginner's, and like I said, it's free. There's about 25, I think, vendors that we have, all local artists, as well as parking, because everyone thinks parking's a big issue. That would be at Northwest Savings Bank and then throughout the whole entire Hill District.
There's metal smithing demonstrations, glass blowing demonstrations. There's so much to do and see with the whole family. So bring the kids and be ready for next month, because we have a Halloween theme Hallowed Hill event, and there will be trick-or-treating and such. So don't just stop at this one, but plan on coming to the last one in October as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Emily and Giselle. I really appreciate it, and I do look forward to the event this Sunday. Next, we're going to talk about LERTA a little bit, and thanks to some improvements in our reporting, I'm going to make some adjustments in how we present the LERTA data going forward. The new LERTA actually went into effect on July 3rd. There were actually 7 LERTAs totaling about $812,796 that took place on July 1st and 2nd. So they did get LERTA, but it wasn't the new LERTA. So a report included each week so far has included those 7 because they couldn't be broken out. So in the 61 business days since July 1st, and this is the way we've been reporting it, we've had 54 LERTA permits issued with a total investment of $10,065,052 in Erie. But that includes those 7 that were before the new LERTA. So there was also, I discovered, an incorrect small residential LERTA that was included in the report initially, but they discovered shouldn't have been included in there. That was for $4,836, and that has been removed from the report now going forward. So starting today, I'll be reporting LERTA applications under the new LERTA only that took effect July 3rd, again, of this year. So in the last 5 business days now, we've had the last 5 business days ending yesterday, September 25th, we've had 3 additional LERTA applications, 2 were residential, 1 commercial, for an additional $508,115 investment in Erie neighborhoods. Of these 3 new LERTA applications, the largest was a $500,000 commercial renovation at 1128 State Street. So now this is the new way we'll be reporting going forward. In the 59 business days since July 3rd, we've had 47 LERTA applications with a total projected investment of $9,252,256 to revitalize and transform Erie. I'm glad we can now track new LERTA applications since the beginning of the new LERTA on July 3rd, and I look forward to reporting LERTA to you again next Thursday. Finally today, I just want to take a quick minute to remind everyone that I'd love to have a conversation with everyone in Erie over lunch. All you have to do to have lunch with me is call 870-1200 and sign up for lunch with the mayor. If you get voicemail, just indicate your name, the number we call you back at, and that you're interested in having lunch with the mayor. The lunches take place right here in room 500 at City Hall. They occur the first Thursday of every month at 11:30, and I provide the lunch. I really enjoy hearing directly from our residents during those lunches. We talk about good things going on in Erie, and we also talk about things that may be issues in particular neighborhoods. We're happy to do that. So I'd like to have lunch at some point with everyone in Erie over time. So again, call 870-1200 if you'd like to have lunch with me. We do limit the number of attendees to 10, and you have to call in advance. So if you leave a voicemail, we'll get back to you and let you know which Thursday you can come. And that concludes today's press conference. Everyone who spoke is going to be available for interviews afterwards, and thanks a lot, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it.